really happening. All the crap for years that we thought about behind the scenes that was going on, it turns out to be true. And now people are freaking shocked. Freaking. I said freaking. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. You know who's not doing great? The black state, the dark state, the deep state, all of those guys. Because people are absolutely shocked right now. And today we're going to talk about the U.S. Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent. How shocked he is by the scale of fraud already uncovered by DOGE. Mocks the mainstream media's Biden vibissation narrative? I can't even read that word. Look, the fact of the matter is, you know the guy that we put in office by all of us voting, you know, pretty much 99% of the country, Trump, he's doing his job. And he hired another dude to do his job, and it's true, like their lives are at risk because they are uncovering the most insane, heinous frauds of all time. This is actually in front of you, the most insane thing. Type 1 if this is getting you so excited, so pumped that these frauds that have been going on with Congress for decades are being put out in the open. Now, I will say this. First, you have to follow me on X, and I'm not joking. This is real serious stuff. There's a link down to X. Hit the icon. You're gonna find out some really cool news that's going on in the world, and you're gonna probably get some really cool trade ideas because a lot of my subscribers have been. But here's the thing. My wife, Mrs. Ninja, was reading the other day about Putin and how bad he was. And she's like, hey, this is a right-wing publication. Is he really this bad? And I said, look, you don't understand. Ever since Bill Clinton was in office, they've started pushing NATO closer and closer to Russia, trying to put Russia in a spot where most of the year they cannot defend themselves, ultimately trying to encircle Russia and destroy them, all right? Look, I don't care what you think about Putin or any of these other leaders. If a leader's a good leader and can see that other countries are surrounding their country slowly and going, this doesn't look good. I think they want to take all our natural resources. I think they want to enslave us. Any good leader is going to push back. And ever since Clinton, they have been trying to get NATO countries built up all around Russia so that they can just say, lock the door, you guys ain't moving. This is real history, and that's the kind of stuff you can't see anywhere else except for on X. So go check it out. All right, here we go. This Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, did a mainstream media press tour this weekend clarifying two critical bullshnikey, we're cleaning this up. It's a family show. Talking points to the propagandists. First, DOGE is doing a good job. And second, the U.S. economy faces some significant headwinds as a hangover from the Bidenomics spend fest. Look, I don't know if you know this, but the economy is actually not doing so well. Oh, hey, you know what another reason why it's not doing well? Artificial intelligence. It's come to take your job. I'm not joking. And in the last 3 weeks, some insane changes to not only ChatGPT and Grok, but DeepSeek and other platforms as well have just occurred. So if you want, last day for the AI 101 Ninja course, I'm not joking, it's gonna do a lot more than just talk about AI agents. I'm gonna teach you about it. I have a subject matter expert, and once you find out who it is, he is very well respected in the computer coding world and has done a lot of things. I cannot believe he's the one helping me teach this. He's actually teaching most of it. So go take a look. Pre-filming sale is gonna be done, and then it's going to, I think, like $150. All right, here we go. Speaking on February 28th on an interview on Bloomberg podcast, Bessent was asked whether DOGE's cost-cutting measures would have a material impact on deficit reduction. And he says, I think we can make a pretty big hit here, he replied, explaining that if DOGE identifies $300 billion in savings, which he suggests is possible, it could reduce the annual deficit by approximately 1 percentage point as a share of gross domestic product. That is absolutely insane to me, how big our domestic product is. No, I mean our debt. You know, those big numbers. Man, it is cold out here. The wind's on my backside. Whoo, I think there's a crack somewhere. All right, here we go. He said here, even if the savings total only $150 billion, he said, this is still moving us back toward the target, and we're determined to get this down. Hey, Mr. Bessent, all you got to do is go to Nancy Pelosi's bank account and find out where the money's coming into her account from. It's probably coming directly from the IRS, a bunch of insider trading and things like that. I want to see in the next 3 months, I'm calling for this. Guys, can you do me a favor? Clip this and share it all over the internet. Mr. Trump, I want you to call on Congress to vote immediately for term limits. And then when I believe they do not, because they are greedy, they are caught in all these horrible things they've been doing against the people of our country and stealing our money through the IRS. When they do not, I want every single person in the nation to vote against them and vote someone new in. And then we cause term limits. We can no longer have career politicians. Guys, type 10 if you agree with that. This is the time to do it too. Let's knock all those idiots out of here. All right, here we go. And I'm only saying them, calling them idiots because they're evil morons, fools, thieves, just disgusting. Like literally 95% of Congress needs to be kicked out immediately, all right? And look at everyone that's typing 10 right now. Think about this. Clip the crap out of this part of the video and put it all over the internet, all right? We need to call for term limits immediately. All right, it says here, DOGE led by Elon Musk in a special government role. I love it. People are just losing their minds. If you are really offended that DOGE is going and cutting all these positions in the government, then you are the problem. Hey guys, everyone type 11 if you agree with that. If anyone here is offended by DOGE going and finding all this corruption and extra spending, this wasteful spending, fraud, waste, and abuse, then you may be part of the, no, you are part of the problem. So just type 11 if you agree with that. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Trump recently urged Musk to push even harder to root out waste and fraud, and also sign an executive order directing federal agencies to work with DOGE to eliminate costly and I can't even pronounce that word, regulations. It's a big word. Further accelerating its deficit cutting mission. He says either we either solve the deficit or we're you know, sometimes the ninja's mouth moves faster than his brain. And that is what you just all witnessed. I don't know if you have all figured this out or done this before. See, it's happening again. It's a thing. You get closer to 50, I tell you. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the federal deficit is projected to average $1.9 trillion per year between 2025 and 2034, or approximately 5.4% of GDP over that period. If DOGE's projected $300 billion in savings materializes, a figure Bassett said was not out of the question, it would lower the deficit to $1.6 trillion and reduce the deficit to GDP ratio by nearly 1 percentage point. See, here's the thing. Even with all this fraud that's being figured out, we still owe a crap ton of money. And that means that our children and children's children have to pay that back. You see, the economy is actually still scheduled to crash. And I don't know if you realize this, the money, the people that pull the purse strings on the money are the people that are actually stealing from you. And they have all the Congress people in their pockets. I don't think people really realize that. Guys, do you agree that the people running the stock market, running the bond markets are probably pretty far left? Type 12 if you agree with that, or just type yes or no. And the reason why you need to realize this, people need to sort of think about this and go, well, wait a minute. If the money changers run the markets, wouldn't that be a way to get back at Trump? Because there are a lot of simpletons around the world and in our country that if all of a sudden the stock market starts falling, they're going to blame the dude in charge, right? So I am still preparing for a worst case scenario. I'm still buying inflation hedges like gold and silver, right? Even though during a stock market crash at first they tank and then they come popping right back up. Is it starting to snow? Little flurry. Should call Bob, see if he's gonna go shred some POW today. Maybe I could ride this thing. This is a thick piece of cardboard. Anyway, sorry I digress. But the point being is I think we're in trouble. I'm still buying Bitcoin. I'm still buying, hey, how do you guys like that XRP number? That's all right. It's gonna be better in the next probably 4 weeks. Anyway, I digress. If you guys want to learn about how AI is going to crush the nation and the worldwide economy eventually, and how you can actually make money from it, prepare now and start getting deep into it instead of being, you know, a victim. The sale ends today, the pre-filming sale. We should have all the videos up tonight, maybe tomorrow at latest. So if you want to go check that out, go check it out. And I hope you have a great day. The Economic Ninja, it's cold out here, is out. See you guys.